Now we're heading to Charlotte and Hamish Bell's farm at Cattle Creek in South Canterbury. A few weeks back, Cosmo Kentish Barnes went there to find out how the couple are adding value to the wool clip.
So we're in the top end of the Hakataramea Valley, up Cattle Creek, 30k from Courier.
How long have you been farming this land?
I was born in the Hakataramea Valley, so we took over this place.
2008 it was, yeah.
Yeah, 2008.
From your folks?
Yeah. So, no, it's good.
Yes, and what about you, Charlotte? What's your background?
I was born and bred in Courier, so not actually too far away. And Dad was a truck driver and Mum was a local school teacher.
Are they still in
Yeah,
town?
they are. Yeah, which is great. Yeah, very handy to have them close by. Mum helped one day with the wool handling when we were getting short. She came and helped us last year too. She reckoned she hadn't been in a wool shed for 40 years, but she handled it like a trooper.
And tell me about the farm. How much land have you got?
We've got 1,000 hectares here, so it's sort of rolling, some steeper ridges. Probably 60% of it you'd probably get a tractor over, or half of it possibly, yep.
And we are standing in your shearing shed.
Yeah, which we've spent a bit of time lately.
And every window in it has an amazing view of the hills.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. Some days you look outside and think, "Oh, it's such a nice day," and we're in here. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Charlotte just finished the hoggets at lunchtime today, and I had a few mates come to help me shear the ewes.
But you still got the rams to do.
Yeah, we'll do them probably next week, I think. Yeah, get it all tidied up.
I'm feeling some hogget wool now, and it has a good crimp.
Yeah, so it'll be 2 to 3 inch, and it's probably 28, 29 micron, and yeah, it's really, really nice and white, bugger all colour. Considering all the rain we've had, I thought that would have been a bit more colour in it, so it is good, yeah.
Yes. All the bales around us are packed and ready to go. Are they full of the same sort of wool?
Yeah, so we got about 9 bales of hogget wool and 40 bales of ewe wool. Yeah, the ewe wool will be longer and probably a wee bit stronger.
And as you said, you and Charlotte did most of the shearing because wool prices are so low that it costs you as farmers every time you get shearers in.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And I've sort of done a wee bit of shearing in the past, like overseas and stuff, so I do like shearing. Definitely gets you fit.
Yes. Charlotte, do you shear as well?
No, I just do the wool handling. Yeah, so it was quite a good opportunity. We actually taught the girls to do it. So they did it on Sunday by themselves. They pressed, penned up, and did the wool handling while Hamish ashore. So that has been a good opportunity that's come out of it to teach them.
How old are your girls?
9 and 11.
And I saw on your Facebook page, Charlotte, that you've done all the scanning.
Yeah, that's been done a few weeks ago. We'll do the hoggets this weekend actually. But yeah, no, we're happy with that. We had a good autumn though, so that helped, so it was good, yeah.
What sort of percentage are you looking at?
About 180.
Lovely. Now, tell me about the sheep, because they're Romneys, but you've crossed them with another breed, haven't you?
Yes, a snowliner, so we get them from John McDonald over in Cromwell. So we just wanted something to fine up the wool a bit. They were getting out to sort of 35, 36 micron. And then these are 6 months shearing.
Is that because they grow a lot of wool?
Yeah, they just grow a lot of wool, and if you don't, they end up getting cast, and end up losing quite a few. So for stock health, they grow a lot better without it.
And Charlotte, what's so special about this wool?
I just think it's just so lovely, and it's natural, fire resistant, warm, and it makes such a good product. Makes great carpets and.
But the industry is still struggling.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's underutilised, and it's really expensive to process the wool. I think is half the problem. To get it made into fabric, it's a really expensive process, and then I don't know why. It just needs to get out there a bit more again.
And because of this, some farmers have made the radical switch to Wiltshires that are self-shedding.
Yeah, they have. I don't know whether I'd handle all the wool around the fences and everywhere myself, but Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that it's come to that.
Yeah, because they're just a meat breed, aren't they?
Yep, yeah, and that's the thing, if we could make a bit of money out of a wool, even if we can pay for our shearing bills and have a wee bit left over, then people wouldn't have done it. Yeah, so they've sort of been forced into it pretty much, but yeah.
What will happen to most of this wool here?
So it'll go to auction.
Next couple of weeks, maybe?
Yeah, we'll probably get it out of here probably next week, and then it'll get trucked to Timaru.
Yeah. What sort of prices would you need for this hogget wool to pay its way?
It'd be really good to get like $5 a kg greasy, so there would be sort of 6 or even 7 clean. Yeah.
And what will you get in a few weeks' time?
Oh, we probably $3 greasy or not even, probably $2.80.
Wow, so it's near on half of where it should be.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been a really tough couple of years. Low prices, high costs, and drought, and it's just so hard to make money off them.
And this is why, Charlotte, you started your own fashion brand, and you use lamb's wool that comes from the farm.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, we're trying to find a way to utilise the wool and add a bit more value to it. Yeah. So we were in the shed with the girls a few years ago. They'd like jumping in the piles of wool, and you just thought, well, I can't, we need to find a way to use this.
And you've called your brand The Clip.
That's right, yep. So we had lots of brainstorming ideas with friends and lots of laughs over different names. And obviously it comes from wool clip, the whole clip from the flock. And so I just make wool coats and got a few accessories like pillows and stuff like that as well.
What was your reaction, Hamish, when Charlotte suggested you move into fashion?
Yeah, I was pretty stoked, to be fair. Yeah. No. It was good to get Charlotte more and more involved, and she had a real passion for it. Yeah, so no, I was pretty stoked.
It must have been quite exciting seeing the first coat.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. Yeah, I quite often wear my wool coat to like netball or rugby games and stuff, and it was really warm and comfortable.
Too, don't you?
It looks really nice, and it's just good knowing that it's come from our lambs. Yeah.
It's quite a process, isn't it, turning shorn wool into a finished garment?
Yeah, it is. It basically travels the length of the country and back down again. So, yeah, it goes to wool yarns in Wellington to be spun, and then it heads up to Auckland to interweave to be woven into the fabric. And it comes back to Christchurch where they make the coats, and then back down to us where I distribute it from here. Yeah.
We will have a look at those coats soon. But what else is happening on the farm at the moment?
Yeah, pretty much just trying to keep everything alive at the moment. It's pretty tough that last month before lambing, so you get all sorts of issues and stuff, so you got to be on your game pretty much this time of the year.
What sort of issues?
Yeah, you can get mud on the toes of the sheep, which you got to get out or else it'll turn to abscess. We're pretty good for bearings, but you can get bearings. Some people get plastered with them, so you got to monitor their feed intake. Like, you can't feed them too much, because especially the twins and triplets, because they're just full of lambs, and they'll just pop a bearing out, and that's pretty much the end of their life.
For people who aren't farmers, can you describe what bearings are?
A bearing, I guess it's the uterus, I think, and it just pops out. So if you're looking at a sheep with a bearing, it's just a red sort of a round thing.
Like a sack?
Yeah, pretty much. You can save them. You probably save half of them if you're pretty quick. But if it's out for more than 10 hours, then you're pretty limited, because it won't go back in.
So do you have to spend a lot of time out on the farm, on the side-by-side, checking the mobs of sheep?
Yeah, pretty much. If every ewe would have twins, then it'd be really good. Yes. And then triplets, you can run into troubles, like they're more prone to have bearings, or, if a snowstorm comes along, there's 3 smaller lambs, so the whole lot might die. So there's a reason why a ewe was made with 2 tits, and it'd be good if every ewe would have 2 lambs,
Well, shall we head down and have a look at some of your coats?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep, let's do that.
Oh, that sounds good.
We have come back to your house, Charlotte, and you've got a pretty amazing view. How would you describe what we can see?
Well, this is the Hunter Hills over in front of us, and then behind us we've got the Kirklestons. Yeah, we're just lucky to have such a cool view and no neighbours to be seen.
We can't see any other houses.
No, we can't. No.
Do you have an issue with wallabies here?
We aren't too bad here. We're getting a few more sneaking in, but definitely there's a big problem on the Hunter Hills and further up in the range.
Saying that, I mean, if we went out, we'd probably see a couple. We get a lot more if it gets a bit dry. They'll come looking for food.
Now we're walking behind your house, and this is where you've put a building up especially for your clothing.
Yeah, we have. Yep. Well, half of it is for the clothing, and then half of it's for all the kids' bikes and things like that.
Now I can see one of your coats here, and it's a lovely forest green colour.
Yeah. So it's quite traditional. I've tried to keep it so it doesn't go out of fashion. So it goes below your knee with quite large lapels, woman's coat. Big pockets, big deep pockets to keep your phone and your wallet in, and a bit of a kick plate.
I bet they're nice and snug.
They're very warm, yes, and they've got a check lining, which is 100% cotton. So everything is natural, from wool to wear.
From wool to wear, is that your tagline?
Our tagline, yes, yep.
You were saying in the wool shed that to get to this coat from the raw wool is quite challenging.
Yeah, it is. It is quite challenging. It's quite an expensive process as well. But I had a friend who studied fashion in Southland. She helped me come up with the final design.
I can see some other coats on a rack behind you. You've got, what, a blue?
Yeah, there's a blue and a grey. And we also do, it's called a gilet. So it's like a sleeveless vest. It's quite long, but I quite like it in spring and in autumn over a nice dress or something, on those cooler New Zealand nights.
Is that a new addition to your range?
That's a newer addition, yeah.
And you've got a woolen pillowcase here too.
Yeah, my mother actually makes the pillowcases, and we've filled them with wool knots. So our local shearing contractor actually has got a wee business in Timaru, and he makes wool knots out of the wool, which is awesome.
Does your mother like being involved in the business?
She comes to, I think, all the shows with me. Dad's awesome too. He helps pack up and unpack for the shows, and they love wearing their coats.
Are you talking about AMP shows?
AMP shows, the Geraldine Fate, the Wanaka show is one of my favourites. Love it over there. So we still get heaps of people buying them online, but it's awesome to get in front of them and for them to try them on and to feel them. And often, if they don't buy them on the day, because it is something that you probably need to think about, you get the orders come through online.
And you've got some of the men's coats here too?
Yes, there are some men's coats in some boxes at the moment.
Charlotte's just pulled out one of the men's coats. Oh, it's quite different, isn't it? It's not as long, and it's got quite a handy pocket further up on the chest.
Yeah, it has, and it's got a stand-up collar. We've actually used bull denim cotton around the collar just because some people don't like the feel of wool against their necks, and it's still reasonably long. But designing this one was a lot harder because Hamish didn't have much of an opinion. So he's not interested in clothing, but they've been really popular, so it's great.
Hamish, have you been made to do quite a lot of the modelling?
Not a lot, to be fair. I've got a couple of mates that are prettier than me, I suppose. I'd rather farm and shear sheep than model.
So Matt Chisholm, who went to school with Hamish, he came over and helped us out. It was a lot of laughs, and it was quite fun.
I'll put one or two of those modelling photographs on our webpage for our listeners to see. But do you use local female models as well?
Yes, yeah, I have used a few locals again, called in some favours, and it's been really fun. And we've got a wonderful photographer, Fiona Anderson from Glenavy, who took our wedding photos and who has been an amazing supporter of us.
Excellent. Well, good luck with the business, and it's so good to see that you are using your own wool and you're getting these beautiful coats made entirely in New Zealand.
Yeah, we're really happy to be able to do that, yeah.
Have you got any new designs in the pipeline?
Yeah, I would love to do a shorter coat at some stage, yes. So chipping away at that when I'm not on the wool shed.
Charlotte Bell talking about the luxury woolen coats made from lamb's wool grown on their farm at the top of the Hakataramea Valley. Cosmo was also chatting with Charlotte's husband Hamish. They sound quite nice, Sally. Wouldn't be good to rug up in some lovely lamb's wool this time of year?
Yeah, and it's still pretty chilly, isn't it? It's still time to wear coats this season.
Definitely. I've always been taught it's best to buy out of season as well. You know, spring, buy for the next winter,
Good
next
idea,
year.
Good idea. And some lovely colours there too. Some spring pink maybe.
Definitely.